What's up, YouTube? So I will be doing the Glann Innovations dual fan kit install on Sunday today. Gonna do a full step-by-step tutorial. I have, already opened the box to look at it. As you can see, they do make these kits for, every year Raptor. So I'm guessing from 2013 and up, the wiring is different from, I guess, 2012 to down to 2006. So basically what you get, of course, you get the dual fans, and you get the mounting plate. You get, I guess, a receipt. You get the rest of the bolts, the rest of the wires that you will need. I guess they got some fan cleaning and scratching. So, yeah. And they give you some installation instructions, what is kind of good. I mean, a lot of parts that you buy today don't come with instructions, so I guess I'll look this over real quick, then we'll get started. So after looking over the instructions, it seems like this can be installed without removing, the radiator completely. My original plan was to remove the radiator completely, so I may still do that. I'll see once, I get the plastics off. They also want you to remove the headlights as well. I may can work around that. We'll see. But let's get started. Okay, now I made it to the point where I have to make the decision of, do I want to do it their way with leaving the radiator mounted, or do I want to try to do it my way and, remove the radiator all the way. If I do that, I will, have to drain the radiator fluid. So I guess I'll try it their way first to see. That may be easier. It may be, well, will be less steps that I have to take. I won't have to drain the fluid, and then once we're done, I won't have to add more fluid back to it and make sure there's no air in the coolant line. So I guess I'll try it their way first. So now I have to remove the headlights. And you just gotta be real careful when you're removing the headlights to not break the brackets, because you just have this bolt right here. But then when you have to actually pull the headlights out, you got that rubber grommet right there, and you got that rubber grommet that you have to kind of pull on. You got to pull the headlight outward towards you, so you just got to be careful not to break that plastic. Alright, so we got the headlights off without breaking anything. So on to the next step. Okay, so the next step is to remove the stock fan bolts. You got 3 10mm bolts that is holding the fan onto the radiator. So you got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, it's gonna be kind of tough to get to those two, so I may just unmount those 2 bolts so I can access these 2 bolts a little easier. So once you get the fan unmounted from the radiator, you just have to unplug it. That's the plug. You just have to unplug that plug. Alright, so I got the factory fan off. Yeah, that's glad they went there. When I pulled that off, or I would have got stoned pretty bad. But we got the factory fan off, so just a quick side by side look. Got the factory fan on this side. Got the Glann Innovation dual fan kit on this side. The one difference that I did notice is on the factory fan, you got this little notch right here that had a hole that was coming from the coolant reservoir that was running right here to that fan. But on the dual fan kit, you can see there is no notch on either one of these fans. So I'm wondering, will it even be a need to even have the coolant reservoir anymore if you get the dual fan kit? Because this was the hose that came off of the fan. See, it's running, it's going, it's gonna keep going. It's gonna go right there to the coolant reservoir right there. Just trying to let y'all get a good look at that. But like I said, on a dual fan kit, you don't have that notch to even, hook that reservoir line up. So I'm guessing they'll be deleted. So I guess it won't be a need to have the coolant reservoir, but like I said, we'll see once everything is, installed, and we'll see what if it'll be used or not. So we're just gonna keep going. Okay, so the moment of truth. Okay, we got the fan kit mounted. I'll say the easy part is done now. We gotta get to the fun part, which is wiring everything up and trying to find how we're gonna run these wires. So the easy part is done at least. Okay, so this is not the finished product. So I just had to figure out the wiring off camera. So you have this fuse box that comes with the wiring harness. So you got this wire, the power wire that you're gonna run to the battery. Okay, next you got your hand switch right here. You got this wire that's coming from the hand switch that's gonna come down. It's this wire right here, the second wire that's on the fuse box right here. That's gonna come all the way up, and you're gonna hook it into the hand switch. This is so that you can turn the fan on and off without waiting for both of them to come on when it gets up to that, that overheating temperature. So the next wire that you have a short wire that they provide. This short wire, you're gonna hook it up into the factory fan control, and then that's gonna come around right here. You're gonna plug it up into that bottom wire right there. This wire controls the fan at the top right there, if it'll focus in. And then for the last wire, this is the bottom fan. So you got that wire right there. It's running. Then you got your ground wire you can hook up right there. but it's just gonna keep running. And like I said, that's gonna go back up to the hand switch. So I'm gonna try to get everything cleaned up. Like I said, I just did a rough draft. I got kind of confused reading the instructions. So what I did, I had this short wire hooked up right here, and it was running into the switch, but that was wrong. So I had to sit down and figure it out. So I'll go over it one more time once I get everything cleaned up. Okay, so I got everything wired up and put up. So I will say, if you do decide to go with this kit, you will have a lot of extra wire that you will have to zip tie out the way. And I zip tied the relay box where the AIS used to be, but y'all know I got the AIS delete on here, so got it zip tied. And coming on this side, got a few zip ties. So the only thing left to do now is just put everything back together. So got everything put back together. Pretty simple install. Just got kind of confused on the wiring part, but I think it'll be a good mod to have. A good cooling mod. Like I say, you can be out riding, and if you feel like your bike is getting hot, you can manually control one fan, and if it does get to that, that overheating temperature, you'll have two fans instead of one, that's working to cool everything down. So I would recommend that. Just thanks for watching. I guess the next video I'll update y'all on what's been going on with this Raptor. Finally got extended axle on. We already had the A-arms put on, and I did change out the Yamosi throttle for a Honda Recon 250 throttle. So, but I'll tell y'all more about that in the next video, so just stay tuned.